What are boutique consulting firms and should I apply to one? You'll find out after watching this video. If you're applying to consulting firms, you're likely to be familiar with MBB firms, McKinsey, Bain, and BCG, and the Big Four firms, Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, and EY, or even Tier 2 firms like Accenture, Kearney, etc. But to maximize your chances of landing a consulting job, you want to apply to more than 7 firms. Yep, that many, 7. Luckily, there are boutique consulting firms. Boutique consulting firms are great firms to round out your recruiting list. In fact, these firms might even be a better fit for the career move you're looking for. So, what are boutique consulting firms? Boutique consulting firms are management consulting firms that specialize in an area of expertise or a geographic region and are smaller in size than typical consulting firms. If we compare boutique consulting firms with MBB and Big Four, let's put it this way. Imagine the consulting industry as a culinary landscape where each type of firm is like a distinct dining experience. MBB firms are the 3-star Michelin restaurants renowned for their excellence, innovation, and meticulous attention to detail. Just as these top-tier restaurants attract the most discerning diners, MBB firms attract the brightest talent and the most prestigious clients, setting the standard for excellence in the industry. In contrast, the Big Four consulting firms are like upscale chain restaurants, for example, like the Cheesecake Factory, offering a wide range of services across the globe. Similar to how chain restaurants provide consistent quality and reliability, Big Four firms are known for their vast resources, global reach, and ability to tackle large-scale projects for multinational clients. Finally, boutique consulting firms are akin to cozy family-owned bistros. For example, Gino's Trattoria in Brooklyn, New York, which is a family-owned restaurant known for its cozy atmosphere, homemade pasta, and traditional Italian recipes passed down through generations. Going back, these firms specialize in niche areas, offering a more personalized and intimate consulting experience. Like a bistro that crafts each dish with care and precision, boutique consulting firms focus on understanding their clients' unique needs and delivering tailored solutions that often exceed expectations. Let's go over some categories to learn more about boutique consulting firms. Scope of work. As you know, MBB firms are generalist firms that offer a range of services across industries. Big Four consulting groups mostly focus on implementation and highly specific client problems. Boutique consulting firms, on the other hand, often have a narrower focus compared to larger firms, specializing in specific industries or types of consulting services, industry, or locality. For example, there are boutique consulting firms that specialize in nonprofit, and there's some that specialize in life science. Size. Well, boutique consulting firms are typically smaller in size compared to other top firms. Their usual numbers of employees are around 200 to 500. However, size may not matter in certain aspects as it has advantages. Their small size allows boutique firms to be more agile and responsive to client needs, often providing a more personalized and hands-on consulting experience. Additionally, the smaller team sizes at boutique consulting firms often lead to a more close-knit and collaborative work environment where consultants have the opportunity to work closely with senior leadership and quickly take on leadership roles and projects. Culture. Boutique consulting firms tend to be more informal with fluid hierarchical structures. Of course, this varies depending on the firm size and how long they've been operating. They focus more on embracing an environment of openness, team cohesion, and collaboration. Consultants in boutique consulting firms are more likely to have a wider scope of responsibilities, and this culture enables even junior consultants to work well with senior clients. One of the unique selling points of the boutique consulting firm is the personalized client-consultant relationship. The flat structure and close collaboration in such firms enables these relationships. Work-life balance. Boutique consulting firms typically offer a better work-life balance than larger consulting firms due to fewer travel hours, though this can depend on the firm and the project. Since consultants tend to have a wider scope of their work, they may put in more hours. But you shouldn't conclude about a firm's culture or work environment or work arrangements based on this video or whatever you find on the internet. If you are applying to a particular boutique consulting firm, you should investigate its culture and determine whether it is the right fit for you before applying. Professional development and training. Boutique consulting firms may not offer as extensive professional development and training programs as the larger firms. However, due to the nature of their work, they offer great on-the-job opportunities. New hires are thrown into challenging situations right away. Though the consultants will have the internal support of the team and organization, they have to be resourceful and have a structured approach to problem solving, which are key skills for a consultant. It is easier to master these skills in the specialized work context, for example, in a specific industry that boutique firms offer. Moreover, consultants generally have more exposure to more senior clients. Consultants will tend to work on both back-end research and front-end client-facing work early on, giving them wide exposure. In contrast, larger firms tend to introduce new junior hires more slowly into more client-facing work. The recruitment process. Recruiting at MBB and the Big Four tends to be extremely competitive. For example, McKinsey is known to have one of the most selective processes with an acceptance rate of less than 1% of 200,000 applications annually. Additionally, the recruiting process is rigorous with a number of rounds. In contrast, the recruitment process at boutique firms tends to have higher acceptance rates. Boutique firms put more emphasis on specific industry/sector expertise. They also focus on cultural fit, as this is key for them and key to how they operate. Career progression. It's easier for consultants and boutique consulting firms to advance quickly in their careers because these firms offer more specialized services and consultants get enough opportunities to build their skills. In contrast, MBB consultants tend to take a longer generalist career path before specializing, which means the career growth may not be as fast. This also opens up exit options for consultants in boutique consulting firms. Similar to MBB and the Big Four, boutique consultants can go into industry. One big advantage for consultants from boutique consulting firms is that they are specialized experts and can more easily be offered a management or expert position in an industry. Compensation. There's a myth that boutique consulting firms cannot afford to pay like big consulting firms. This is not true. You see, there are various kinds of consulting firms and many of them offer salaries that are competitive with bigger firms. Technically, in these firms, you can still earn a six-figure salary in a junior position. However, there's a caveat. Smaller firms may not be equipped to handle significant financial disruption in the market. Consequently, they may need to implement tough measures to alleviate financial strain, which could potentially impact your job security as well. Exit opportunities. Exit opportunities from boutique consulting firms can vary depending on the firm's specialization and the consultant's experience. Consultants from boutique consulting firms often find opportunities in industry where their specialized knowledge and skills are highly valued. So if you've come from a boutique consulting firm that specializes in nonprofit, you will most likely go through that path when you leave the firm. Some consultants also chose to pursue further education, such as an MBA or specialized certification, to enhance their career prospects. Others started their own business or did a startup, and others, like what our other MCO alumni have done, transitioned into bigger consulting firms like MBB or Big Four, since they already had the experience. While boutique consulting firms may not offer the same breadth of exit opportunities as larger firms, consultants can still build valuable skills and experiences that can open doors to a wide range of career paths. Here are a few examples of boutique consulting firms. 𝗢𝗁𝗄𝗏. Established in 1995, 𝗢𝗁𝗄𝗏 is consistently a top boutique firm because it has carved a niche in helping organizations with business and human behavior. The firm serves private equity firms, Fortune 500 companies, and nonprofits to help them with leadership and organizational strategy. For example, 𝗢𝗁𝗄𝗏 often helps private equity firms evaluate the leadership potential across the deal cycle, such as identifying the right CEO or evaluating board effectiveness. The 𝗢𝗲𝗄𝗏 Group. 𝗢𝗲𝗄𝗏 works with nonprofits, foundations, investors, and corporations specializing in social impact consulting. The core areas of expertise include education, children, youth, and families, public health, and global development. It focuses on measurable impact beyond profit, emphasizing financial sustainability for lasting societal change. It was founded by former Bain & Company senior consultants and a Harvard professor in the year 2000. Now that you know what a boutique consulting firm is and a whole lot more about its characteristics, I'm curious, are you considering applying to any of these firms? If you comment below the name of the firm you're applying to, we'll share resources on how to land interviews and prepare for the interviews. So for example, if you put down 𝗢𝗏𝗏, we'll send you some resources for landing an offer at 𝗢𝗏𝗏. And if you're 100% sure of pursuing a consulting career at MBB or Big Four or other amazing firms like boutique consulting firms, we'd love to help you. Our team of former consulting recruiters and interviewers have created a free training where we share the secrets on how to get and pass your interviews and land your dream consulting job, regardless of your background. All you have to do is click on the link below and that's it. You'll be on your way to your dream consulting job. But you don't have to take my word for it. Hear it from Jing. Jing got into 𝗢𝗏𝗏 despite being an international student and not being confident about his case interviews at all. I'll link to his video somewhere above my head. All right, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video.